Hello, beautiful Seren stars, and welcome to your reading today. And thank you for joining me from wherever you are across the world. And as always, we start off with your basic card. Well, it's not your basic card, the basic meaning of your main card. And we will come back to that. And then we shuffle some decks together and we just see what comes out, and then whichever card I'm drawn to. And if I remember, I will take some charms for you too. Okay, so let's go over the very basic meaning of your lovely card here. And you have the Chariot. And the very basic meaning of this card is associated with willpower and determination, victory and focused effort, self-control, very powerful, and that drive to go forward and take action. And it's regarding self-awareness and balance, and it's definitely a card of triumph and success. And we have the beautiful two horses there, the black and white, and they always remind me of the yin and yang. Okay, we have the Pisces sign and the Cancerian sign there. He's holding this beautiful staff in his hand. They're running through this water. So we'll come back and tune into that properly. As I was opening up, I was given the word Pam in capital letters, P-A-M. So it may be significant for the reading, it may not. It may have just been something being given to me. And what else was I also getting? I was also being put in this time a beautiful blue cloak. It's normally silver, gold. Sometimes they change it, so I tried to take notice when it's a different color. So it was a beautiful gold color, and it reminded me of a certain card, which is associated with abundance and success and accumulating wealth. And savings and things like that, and some good news. So that could come out, could be relevant to the reading here today. Okay, so let's shuffle some cards together. As always, I like them to just jump out. That's my preference. So Spirit in the cards, can you give us messages for people across the globe today? Messages of guidance and love and upliftment, and just where they can go on their path, or if there's any particular topic that you want to bring up and give guidance to people, then that will be fabulous. This one was jumping out, I could feel that one, so I'm going to go for that one. Let's go to the next deck. Excuse my board, my cat's been sitting on it, so it's becoming grubbier and grubbier. He's got the whole entire table, but he wants to sit on that one spot. So I might paint it or something like that, just to bring it back to life. So Spirit in the cards. Oh, that one flew up. We've got two there, so we're going to go with those two. Lovely. Let's go on to, I think these ones will shuffle as I go along. When I feel ready to pull those ones. All right, they're telling, no. All right, I'm going to shuffle one pack. I'm telling to take one, so we're just going to go with this pack. I'm going to shuffle the Spirit and the cards. What messages do we have? That one came out easy today. Again, apologies for any feedback. Oh, we've got two cards again, so we're getting 2 and 2. How interesting is that? Yeah, I have two microphones because sometimes they cut out even if I've charged them up. So I think if I have two, well, one's going to remain working. So there might be a bit of feedback here. Should we put those? I think, I mean, I'm not the most perfect at lining everything up, but I like to have some order, a little bit of order. Okay, so let's tune into this properly. So Spirit and the cards, what messages can you give me? They're giving me the word willpower, and that is actually a big part of this card and the meaning of this card. They give me the word driving force behind your willpower. They're giving me the word person, or an objective, the word objective, or a goal. Show me like a sentence, like place you want to be is the big driving force. And I'm seeing the word motivator behind this here, behind this card. So this could be related to a new job, a new partnership, moving house. You know, it's whatever it's to do with, the message is still the same, you know, the core message here. More details will probably come out as we go along. They're saying the word house, so I do feel for a lot of you it is moving to a new house, like a new area, you know. They've shown me like a road, and it's got those old wooden signs on the road, and one of them's got the word direction on it, and then the other one's got the opposite direction. They're facing, one's going left, one's going right. Okay, now I'm seeing a path open up in front of me as well. So it's like all these directions and these choices, you know, but they're giving me sense, and the words, and they show me the roads kind of linking together. So whichever direction you go in, is going to be taking you to this same spot, you know, this same positive, triumphant success and outcome. Okay, they show me that there's not just one way to do something. They show me a man, and he's fallen on the floor. You could be male or female, non-identifying, it doesn't really matter. And he's getting back up and he's dusting himself off. You know, when they say if you've had a fall, this could be metaphorically speaking, you know, get up, dust yourself off, and then get back on with it, you know, move forward. Okay, so I feel they're showing me a goal, the word goal, but in the distance, and this person is so set on their goals, you know, nothing is going to stop them. Okay, it could also be there's someone who's pushing force behind you. It could be like you're doing this for your children, you really want to give them a better life. It could be you and your partner have a joint goal or something together you both want to achieve, and you're kind of motivating each other and determined to give, you know, create your wonderful life together. You know, there's different facets here that they're showing me, because obviously this is reading for many people across the world, although again the message remains the same with my favorite saying here. Yeah, and I'm being drawn into the two horses. So it definitely feels like it's about partnership and it's about teamwork here. Although I just see the man on his own, I think that was just showing me, you know, representing someone falling over and getting back up again. It was just showing me that. And I'm being shown like two fingers. They're giving me this sign, two. Okay, so yeah, a large portion of you may be, it could be romantic, or it could be friendship, coupling up, or like business partnerships going on there. Yeah, I'm seeing the word Pam again, and I was seeing, and I'm seeing it again, Tennessee. I know there's a Tennessee in America. I don't know if there's any Tennessee in any other country. I know there's lots of stuff going on in America at the moment, although I don't watch the mainstream news. So it could be something that's coming up or that's already happened that I'm not aware of. So I will Google and see if there's anything related to Tennessee and the capital letters PAM, and see. They give me the word positive movement. Okay. So this could be to do with it. And I'm seeing the word energetic. And I'm seeing like this swirling energy, okay, around this situation. And it's getting faster and faster and faster, almost like the horses, you know, charging towards whatever this is, their destination and where they want to be. They're also giving me movement and mobilization and the people. So there could be another circumstance where it's everyone coming together across the world or in Tennessee or wherever to push to make positive changes. You know, you've got this man here, this warrior type man holding his staff, and he's like, move out my way. I'm coming to almost, I'm seeing the word, I was feeling it, and then I see the word almost to like rescue the situation. Okay, again, they're just giving me different facets of this message that it could link into here. Okay, and circumstances, but with the same message. Hmm. Rescue. And he has got these beautiful golden angel wings on the chariot. Anything else you can give me? I'm being given the word martyr. And I can't remember exactly what martyr means. Is that where someone dies, not dies for a cause? Or it may be someone for an important cause. I'm seeing the word close to their heart. Is that what a martyr is? I'll have to look that up. I don't know if it's positive or negative connotations, or it could be used in any situations. I mean, the reading feels positive, but it's like they're clearing the way here. And I'm seeing like the words clearing the pathway, this energy here. Or it could be also a literal person, whether that's you or someone close to you, is clearing this path. I'm seeing the word obstacles. So if there has ever been, or there is obstacles in the way, I'm just seeing them being completely knocked out of the way. Okay. And I'm seeing the sentence, nothing is going to stand in your way. All right. And I'm feeling quite impassioned as I say that, and I can almost feel your fierce assertive energy. Okay, fierce assertive, not like fierce aggressive. It's assertive, and you're kind of I'm seeing the globe lighting up. So it could be your world around you, your environment, your circumstances. It could be literally like a global movement going on here. But it's such a powerful card. I'm just going to put, all right, I'm focusing, and they're drawing me in here, which looks like a sun, doesn't it? It looks like a symbol of a sun. And I will look up if there's any deeper symbolic meaning of that. Anything else you can give me? They're giving those the sun is rising. The sun is rising, but I'm seeing the word change from son for son, as in your child or your grown up son, and then flipping between the word sun, as in the sun in the sky. So I will research after and see if there's like a message behind that. Is there anything else? Give me the word hearts expanding, many hearts expanding. Yes, I don't think they're just looking at your life. They're looking at like a bigger picture here that I'm seeing, and global world events here, which I always welcome. Bigger messages for us across the world. I do have a prediction page that predicted a lot of events that had happened, and I may share that at some point. But it's not tarot readings. It's just me sitting there and being given what I'm given. Is there anything else? They're drawing me into this staff, and it's just, yeah, it's really lighting up brighter and brighter and brighter. It's almost like the whole world is illuminating here with this beautiful white light. And they're giving the words go forward, charge forward, just like the chariot card here. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next card. I'm seeing the words move on, but it's a card of moving. I didn't know whether it was related to that or not. Right, what shall we go for next? Which one do I feel drawn to? I'm going to go for this one. Oh, how beautiful is that? Karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. And here, when I think of polarity, I think of the yin and the yang. And here we have the horses that remind me, the black and white of the yin and the yang there. Beautiful is that. Orion energy, and I was seeing the world, but I was seeing Earth as I was talking about world, like global things there. Orion's belt. I'm being drawn into the stars here too, so there could be a message involved with that. And also, I was being drawn into the Pisces symbol and the Cancerian symbol. I'm being given the star sign Aries as well. So I did look up when I was given recently, so to do the planets, and it meant something, and to do with the card that I pulled. But with my brain, that is like a complete sieve for getting things. I can't remember what it said. So I will look that up again, research it, and I'll pop that in there in a little screenshot so you can pause the video and read, if anything relevant comes up again. They're giving me the polar forces. We've got the word polarity there, but I'm seeing the light and the dark, and it's like the earth is split into two. I'm seeing it over this card, okay? They're giving me the word ascension and star beings, and it's almost like it starts to go dark, half dark becomes takes up more of the earth, and then the light takes up more, and then the dark. So this polarity, it's moving, the line is moving between the two, decreasing and increasing, which is lighter and which is darker. So I don't know if there's something to do with, I'm seeing the word eclipse, so I don't know if there's something to do with eclipse there. But also part of the message, what I'm being shown, the images are going very fast, and the feelings is the light and the dark on earth, within us. And we're all made up of, light and dark sides of ourselves, but we are light and we are love. So, but with some negative things going on, we could be having our own battles with our own within ourselves, and obviously we've got all those big events going on across the world with the darkness, But what they're showing me is there's more light beings, there's more of you that are um, living in love and light, and your true essence is love, and you care about the world and other people. And what I'm being given again, the word ascension, and like this person here is ascending. This person is almost stuck and not ascending. So you may, as they've given me recently, find yourself moving away from certain relationships that no longer serve your higher good or the higher good of the world, that the other people may be weighing you down. But there's a huge bulk of the population that will be ascending, okay? And I will research these bits when I edit to see what comes up that could connect with these messages here. We've got Orion energy, and they keep giving Orion's belt, Orion's belt. And we have soul growth here and karmic relationships. I think with that moving away as well from people, that could be those karmic relationships being severed and those ties, because you've had that lesson, those lessons have been learned, and you're evolving. Yeah, they're giving me the words light shall prevail. So whether that's on smaller scale in your own life, not to diminish that in any way, because that's not what I'm doing, I'm just trying to measure that against like the big scale stuff, but they're giving me all different facets of this light and darkness in the world here. But look forward and keep charging forward here. They're reiterating this energy that you have and this light you have within your heart, okay? Whatever the situation is, whether it's world stuff or it's, work, job, family, and new relationships, moving on and away from people that may be toxic or weighing you down, or, jobs, or changing your course. We've seen the directions with the road, so completely changing your trajectory is the word that I'm seeing, and the route that you go in, or the route that you take, okay? Plans. I've seen the words plans changing. You may again still be going to the same positive place, but the way you get there may change, is what I'm being shown. Okay, which card shall I go for next? I'm going to go for this one. Have faith. I don't know why I said it like that. Faith. Have faith. Divine timing is at play. And I don't know if it's a cello or a violin in the background there, but again, we have this burst of beautiful, beautiful light. And the colours are very matchy. I get that quite often where cards come out and they seem to not only synchronize in message, but in the colour there. And we have the number 9. Again, I'm not great on numerology, so I will look that up. We had the light shining through these symbols there, and they're almost slightly reminding me of like two swans, and that polarity again. If we can see here, we have, I'll zoom in so you can see these two like symbols here, and the light shining through, and we have the darkness, the violin's dark, and then the light bursting out from within. It's almost the lights permeating this darker object there. And they showed me like something could have been blocking the music, blocking the happiness, blocking the faith in humanity and faith in other people, your spark, your divine spark. We have divine here, and I'm seeing the words divine spark. So that makes sense there with that, but it's just so beautiful. And I'm hearing now, like, I don't know if it's violin or cello. I don't really know the difference between the sound, but it's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. It's like a deeper sounding. It's not high. I'm seeing the word cello, so maybe it is a cello there. And I will look up the word and see if it has any double meaning or spiritual meaning or anything that can bring any more information to your reading. And I'll pop that in there. Have faith, divine timing is at play. Yeah, and we've been getting a lot about the energy, and I've been giving the planets and the star signs here. I know there's a big energy shift at the moment. Okay, I'm being given speeding up. Okay, so it may feel like time is almost sped up. I don't know if sped up is a word, but yeah, and like this chariot going forward, but they're giving you a collectively pushing forward, pushing forward. So yeah, but they're flipping me from people's lives to outer space to the world. So it feels like this is to do with so many different bigger causes here. Oh, the word, I just see the word and it's gone. Anthropology? Have I said that correctly? It just sped by. Anthropology. I will look that up. I probably pronounced it incorrectly because the words sometimes flash so fast with everything else. I don't always get it. But I'll look up. I know what they mean. Um, but I'll look up and put more information in there because I don't want to mess up that part of the message. But it's connecting to, mobilizing, good causes and to save planet Earth. It could be globalization. It could, environmental. It could be animal welfare. All the other stuff that's going across the world with the G side. I won't say the whole word just in case it gets flagged there. But it's like if you're was feeling or are still feeling kind of in that space of I've had enough, but you're so bogged down with it. There's all this light is suddenly coming through and this energy bursting through you there. Okay, they're telling me to move on. Right, which one shall I go for next? Also, as I was opening up today, a beautiful red and gold dragon joined me and my team and took us up into mountains to see one of my guides there, and I don't see them all the time. They also showed me, is it a samurai like warrior, and he was all in beautiful gold, his outfit. I'll put a picture in there of what I was seeing, and he had a gold sword, but he also gave me this, not a cross shape, it's like a short version of a cross, and I don't know what it was exactly. Obviously, it's some kind of warrior piece of equipment, if you can call it that. But I will look it up and see if I can find something similar to what they was giving me and the significance and the meaning behind this. It felt like it was a protected thing, and as it spun, it came back to me. It wasn't a boomerang, and it was bursting with light. But I'll look up and see what kind of things samurais would have had, for the wars and everything. Anyway, I was seeing a red and gold dragon, so like an orangey red and gold. So it'll be interesting. Well, this one's silver. We've got a red. You'll think I'm making it up. I was given a key by. I'm annoyed with myself for not mentioning it, by my spirit guide. And here we have a key there. So it's obviously very significant to the message here. Okay. Beautiful silver dragon. Illuminate your potential with higher light. Access untapped resources. Look into your soul. See higher possibilities. And with the higher light, we've had so much being given with the light bursting through the darkness and the yin and the yang. Okay. And the light forces, the divine light being the sort of overall winner here. And similar here to you, your soul growth, and the polarity that I was seeing between the light and the dark. Sorry, I'm not doing very well picking that up. And we also have here the light bursting through and shining through here. These symbols that kind of reminded me of the affinity symbols here. All about this illuminating your power. I'm being given the word, letting it out in full force. Okay. And I see they're showing me sort of the dark, shadowy people kind of cowering under this full force of the light. It's almost too bright for them, as you step forward as these warriors. And that could be people in your own life that are causing issues, or, in work, in relationships. If you're in a political movement, there may be people that are a bit nefarious there. Could be anyone that's trying to cause trouble. And they're showing your light is kind of more powerful than anything else. Okay, I'm just going to focus on this more and see what comes in. Spirit in the cards, they're giving me the words joining forces and the word global. Okay, and the word movement again. So I feel like if it hasn't happened already, or it's not already in the works, it's going to be happening. And here we see, and I was talking about teaming up. It felt like two people, and we do have forces here. I know opposing forces we was talking about, but I think they're also showing me, regardless of political position or lifestyles or cultures, or all these kind of variants that maybe people would disagree about, they're also showing me the element that many, even with all their differences, believe in the love and the light, and everyone who works within the divine love and light is coming together to kind of fight whatever this other stuff is. You could be teaming up with someone that you really didn't expect to be teaming up with, or aligning with someone that maybe they're not horrible, but they're just not someone you imagined you'd click with. But maybe you suddenly find actually you have something in common, that you're really passionate about, world causes, and benefiting the community. So it could be from completely different cultures, but coming together for the same cause or the same thing. And I see people with signs and boards, so, and they're showing me all different people, people with from all different groups here and cultures, like working together. So it's really interesting. Again, it could be metaphorical, it could be literal, but this is just the message here, what I'm being given and what I'm seeing. But yeah, movement and mobilization is a huge thing. So if anything does come up in the news over the next couple of days, I'm being shown 3 now. Could be 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. Put in the comments and let us know. Sometimes I see bits on YouTube that come up, and some bits I can't miss because they've already come up. And I might watch the odd thing, but I really try not to, because that then affects any predictions. I prefer to know nothing. For the moment, that's really difficult because it's just spread across even the non-mainstream news. Okay, but yeah, then it comes up that haven't mentioned, they give me the number 9 again, and we have the number 9 here, so that could be very, very relevant. Yeah, who was that? Oh, not Luther Vandross. What am I talking about? I'm seeing a black man, and he's standing. I'm terrible at remembering names, so I apologize in advance. It doesn't matter who the person is. I could remember their life story, but I wouldn't remember their name. But I think they're showing me him to represent, he stood up for the rights of black people, but also in the end, I don't know whether he didn't get on with a certain community when he first began, but as he grew and he evolved, he then embraced all other cultures. I can't remember his name. I'm seeing the word Max and the word Luther, but I might be getting just names mixed up there. I'll research. I can see his face, and I knew he was standing up for political causes and mobilization and to change, legislations and for the betterment of people on Earth. So yeah, this could be really prominent to the message here. But yeah, he was sort of people he never thought that he would team up with. he ended up teaming up with, for humanity and for the world. And any other differences were kind of out the window. He was leading from love and from light and from his heart center that they're showing me here. Yeah, beautiful man standing up on like a podium. I'm seeing in this like maybe it's like a Mac type jacket. Yeah, it's quite a specific look. Or maybe I'd find a photo of him looking just like that. Again, the word movement, movement, movement. What am I seeing? I'm seeing 87. So I don't know if in 1987 there was something significant and about the movement that changed for the betterment of planet Earth. That's so interesting. Right, well, I will pop that in there, okay? Pop him in there, and if I find anything on the relevance to that date and to the whole story and the message, then yes, fascinating. But light will prevail is what I'm being shown again, those words. Okay, and it's like this dragon is, I'm seeing the dragon firing onto the darkness, and bringing just light. Okay, and I think that is the key to, solving. There's more of us collectively than there is of them that rule certain things, okay, that aren't thinking of what's best for humanity. We are a much larger proportion. They wouldn't be able to, they wouldn't be able to, if everyone stood up, they would not be able to push back against that, basically, is what I'm being shown there. I have to be careful with the words that I choose on platforms. Okay, now we're going to shuffle. And we have got another 2 cards there. So let's move these over, and that one up there. Have faith. I think that's really important about have faith, okay? And let's see what we get. So Spirit and the cards. What messages can you bring people across the globe today, to add to this really important message that you're sharing with us, okay? So I feel a lot of us do care about planet Earth, other people and animals, nature, and our future generations. They're actually showing me, as I say that, Native Americans, okay? Woo! We've got 2 again, all right? So we're going to go in that. We're going to go with that. They're showing me, Native Americans and like the tribes, and they're showing me a beautiful, beautiful, it looks like a red Indian to me. Obviously, it could be all other tribes, but this is what I'm seeing. Okay, and they're showing me them fighting the bow and arrow. They're firing this arrow into the sky. It's almost like a signal, and then I'm seeing the smoke going up from one of their like teepees, okay? And I've been given the word spiritual warriors. So maybe some of you are connected to those parts of the world or those lands, okay? And it feels like that energy, that spirit and warrior energy is coming in for all of you to help planet Earth, because they was very in touch with planet Earth and keeping, I'm seeing the word balance, keeping the word, the balance between nature, and man, okay? They respected the earth, whereas the other lot, it's all about consumerism and money and control and power, not respecting the earth. So this red Indian chief is coming in here, bringing this beautiful message, and it's beautiful what they're doing. And now I'm seeing them doing a dance, okay, on the ground, and they're rattling these like wooden things too, and it's beautiful. It's such a powerful dance that they're doing, and they've got like these, I don't know what they're like, almost like beaded straw kind of coming off of their legs, okay? I don't know what it's called when they do the sound that I just did, where you put your hand over your mouth and make that sound. I don't know what that's for, or if it's to, I'm seeing the word initiation of something or some energy, but it's so beautiful, and I wish you could see the magical dance that I'm seeing. and the power that I'm feeling from these people. And it's like they give me the words, earth is fighting back, mother nature is fighting back. You've got spiritual teams fighting back, and people across the world fighting back against the darkness. Okay, and the darkness comes in all forms, and it will try. I was being given this today, being shown that the lighter you shine and the more positive change that you will make in the world, the more the light will try and take you down or mess with you. Okay, so if there has been issues, or you feel that it could be to do with that, because you are such a beacon of light, you're like they're scared of you. You'll see also certain platforms that may be tiny shut down because the people are telling the truth, or they're very powerful in their message and their effect. And yeah, but I'm seeing this just light is bursting through all of these cards as I'm talking. Okay, and it's just filling up, and it's filling up, and everyone's pouring in this lightness, and people are standing up one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. Okay, and you've all got each other's back, regardless again of culture, of differences, of anything you may have thought before is out the window. You're all here to save the planet or for betterment of your community, whoever your neighbor is. Okay, and that's such a beautiful, beautiful thing and feeling I'm getting in. I'm getting all cold behind me as I'm talking about this. Okay, I've kind of had a change in my energy, positive change. I've been doing some somatic healing work and fascia healing, like releasing. We carry trauma and stress and everything in a fascia. Don't know how you pronounce it. If you haven't a clue about that, give it a Google. I sort of only just getting into it and doing small amounts. I think I'm just going to build up gradually, and I'm already feeling the difference, which I was quite surprised, because I'm very open-minded. I can be a bit skeptical at times, which surprises me that how skeptical I could be. You think, really? But I suppose unless you try it, you just don't know. And if it works, it works, and that's all I care about. But yeah, I feel the difference in the readings and the energy. So I want to thank Spirit. I feel the messages are clearer and the visions. Okay, what shall we go for next? This one. Believe. May the sea deepen your faith. And I was just talking about perhaps not believing, okay, in certain things. And this almost reminds me of a brain. When you see a picture of the brain and what it looks like, and it almost reminds me of that. And this almost reminds me of the light coming down from the heavens when you tune in and when you open up for a message. But again, we had this bursting light coming through here. It's like your minds are opening up to all what's going on, and I'm being given the words, the veil is being lifted. Okay, so suddenly you can see clearly things that you couldn't see clearly before. And again, that can be with relationships around you, seeing someone for who they truly are. That veil is lifted. I'm giving the word deception. So it could be relationships you're in, family, work situations. Okay. Could also be friends you've known for a long time. But again, I'm being shown the bigger world events. And I think with T, with the dodgy hair, with the comb over blonde hair, we won't say his name here, is a big part of the darkness, which we already know. We don't need to be psychic to know that. But it's almost like they're showing me many people's eyes are being open to the situation. I'm being given the clarity, and again, those differences are disappearing, and we're sort of coming together collectively here. Okay, anything else that you can give me? I don't know why they show me the most random things sometimes. I've seen the Duracell bunny, the pink Duracell bunny. Why are you showing me that? And the word energetic. The Duracell bunny is to show energy, isn't it? What's the message behind that? Give me the word collectively again. So maybe it's like collectively coming together. We're going to have that extra energy to fight the cause, to fight the movement. They show me kind of the bunny jumping around. And then they show me it's almost like a man in a bunny costume it's turned into now. Okay, they're giving me the word event. So I don't know if there's some event that's coming up where they're going to have people in bunny costumes, where something that's quite significant is going to happen. Okay. But they're giving the message again, all come together, all come together. And this light bursting onto whatever this is here, and the vow again being lifted. I will look up the meaning of spiritual meaning of rabbits as well. How interesting. Some stuff I'm giving is so obscure and it doesn't really mean anything until later down the line. It could be a prediction, something coming up. It may mean something to you. You may have more of an idea, but may the seed deepen your faith. And I know it's saying the sea, but I'm seeing it as in SEE, being to see clearly, seeing it's almost like they're blatantly doing things in front of our faces. It's like, so we can't turn away anymore. It's almost like they're trying to get away with it by going, you're watching it. What are you going to do? You're not going to do nothing. Okay, but collectively we will. They give me a giant movement. So movement. Okay. It could be again personal life and big world events here we're talking about. What should I go for next? I'll go for this one. Next month looks promising, and number 35. I will look up the spiritual meaning of that. I mean, 5 and 3, 8. So we have 8 and then we have 9. That could be very significant. And we do see the flowers blooming here. And we know we have spring coming in, when the world is wakening up. And I'm seeing the words, the world wakening up, but I don't just feel like it's the world wakening up again within just flowers. I think it's wakening up as in to what's going on in your own life and to what's going on across the world. So maybe some of you did have like rose tinted glasses on, but this light is shining, and with the time is right, divine timing at play. The stars are aligned here. It's all about this lightness and the energy rising on the planet. Is there anything else you can give me with this card? I'm just going to focus more. Give me the word falls and April Falls. Is that the 1st of April? So there could be something quite significant around April Fools or on April Fools that happens in your own life, okay? Could be anniversaries, it could be engagements, it could be birthdays, you could be going off somewhere and holiday or a new job or, something like that. But I think it's like a bigger world thing that's going to be happening that we're all going to know about. April Fools. And they're showing me the blonde one with the bad hair in America. Won't say his name. And something significant there. So I look forward to seeing what happens and what comes up. And the word mobilization again. Okay. What card shall we go for next? We're going to go for this one. Courageous. May each breaking wave build your courage. Okay. And I was saying about something coming out and the word breaking. This makes me think of, I'm seeing the word news. Okay, so I think with each event, they're very much concentrating on the bigger world stuff today. So apologies for anyone. This could be also personal. Okay, so you can take it for personal stuff in your life. But this water's beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful blue. And I was being put in blue when I was opening up today. And we have lots of lovely like hues of blue here. Okay, and blue is the throat chakra and being able to voice our opinions and our thoughts. What's expressing ourselves. So if you haven't really stood up before I feel like it's all of a sudden you've got this courage, because collectively you're all coming together and you're crashing through the darkness, sweeping it away. And the power in the waves. We had the power in this Chariot card here. This is amazing. And again, I'm seeing people with these protest signs. So I feel like because they're doing it so blatantly now, many cannot turn away. Maybe you did turn away before, because you thought it was heartbreaking, but it's almost like no more, no more. My fellow mankind, no more hurt. Yeah, it's just so much energy with this. And I see like this beam of light coming off of the earth in a straight line, and it's kind of exploding in the sky. And I don't mean that in like a bad way. It's bursting through the darkness, okay? It's piercing through it. Is there anything else you can give me? I don't know, they're giving the name Harriet. All names have a meaning, so we'll look up that name and see if it has a significant spiritual meaning to this reading, or has a meaning to a certain story or a certain person in the public that may be mobilizing for good causes at the moment. They give me the word reset. It's like a reset for everyone. Okay, and it's like positive things ahead. We're just charging forwards energy. I wish you could feel what I'm feeling here. That's so positive for, getting rid of whatever we don't want. Okay, let's go for the last card. Oh, how beautiful is that? Wow. That I'm just blown away by this card. The 7-star sisters, birthing creations, tapestry of life, expression. And here we have like this collective here of people dancing under the stars. Okay, so they always completely matched, don't they? There in the space, and we have all the stars here in the back of the silver dragon, and the stars here on the chariot. I'm just in awe of this. And again, it's almost like dancing here, bashing their feet on the ground. This reminds me of the Red Indians that I was seeing doing that dance, on earth, and bringing about this change and this light into the darkness. And I'm seeing the word Orion's belt again. So I will look at that up and the significance there. And all these beautiful star beings coming together collectively. The 7-star sisters. I will look that up because that may actually have significant meaning. It may have something to do with Orion's belt. But the birthing creations. I think we'll be birthing a new tapestry of life, and getting rid of the darkness and the old rule. I've seen the word old rule and gone, and expressing our thoughts and our feelings. And I've seen the mobilization, people standing up and talking, and people standing up saying no more, people coming together. Okay, that's wonderful. Yeah, again, it can mean like in your community stuff or within your family. You may be saying no to something, or in a relationship, or friendship. But I feel again, this is a bigger global things here that this message is going for, and you are all going to be part of this global movement here and this charging forward. So I thank you already for anything that you have done, whether that's sharing posts or protesting or whatever you're doing, or writing to people to make a change, signing petition, whatever it is, or helping other people and animals or the planet. I want to thank you so much from me and spirit. I'm just going to focus a bit more. And I am seeing the beautiful Palladians coming in here. They are another being, other beings. There are other planets that look after planet Earth. I've seen many UFOs. I've not knowingly seen another sort of being of a planet. I've seen like spirits and stuff, but yeah, I've been given the word rescue. So I think they are a big part of this. I've been seeing the word mission too, with this collective change, and I'm seeing the word higher consciousness. Okay. And some of you may have seen UFOs, or where was I seen? Tennessee? Was I seen Tennessee, wasn't I? Maybe there's been some UFOs in Tennessee recently, or maybe they're going to be coming up. So we did have a big sort of a lot of that reported, didn't we? You know, were they the drone? And then they were saying they were drones, but then other people were filming other things. You know, I've seen many UFOs. You know, unexplained flying objects, close and far away, and they are truly beautiful. And the way they move as well. I mean, they can move up, down, sideways. You know, at speed or slow. I've got a video. I may put a clip in there. Hello, and this is future editing me, and I'm just going to put the clips in, photos I'd taken of the video. I haven't actually got the video on my phone. I'd have to go and download that off from YouTube and all sorts. But anyway, this is photos that I still had on my phone, which I zoomed in on the object, and you'd see it changing colour, and it would also change shape and move around in the sky. So because I'm talking about this and I've seen UFOs, you know, I'm open to the idea that it could be a planet or something else, you know, but definitely going more along the UFO vibes here, which may have been the UFO, but it's really beautiful. But the 7 star sisters, can you give me anything else? You are powerful beings, is what I'm seeing here. We are made of stardust, which they often give. Mobilize, mobilize, mobilize. We are all connected. And this just feels joyous as well. Powerful but joyous and celebratory, okay? It's powerful. And they do look female. You could be male or female, but it's like female energy. You know, Mother Earth, it's all about protection and care. Not saying that every mother is like that, but on the whole, you know, that energy is, you could have a father who has very female energy. He's more the nurturing, cuddly one. So, you know, we're all a mixture of both, but yeah, it's nurturing energy coming in and surrounding the world here, which is beautiful. Yeah, I think with this reading, some stuff's going to come out in the future, or as I research, stuff will come out. So apologies if you was expecting a more personal reading today, but I just have to go with what I get. Let's go for some charms. I'm going to turn the other way. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, we got 3 today. Okay, what do we have? We have grapes. Oh, we have lots of fruit today. The apple. And the beautiful magical mermaid. And this almost kind of reminds me of this. You know, she's got this beautiful pink colour here. And obviously these have got legs. But this magical dancing beings there. That feminine energy, this magical energy. Being given the word creation and Mother Earth again and protection. And the fruit come here. The fruit reminds me of Adam and Eve. And then we've got the Big Bang Theory, haven't we? So we've got 2 different stories here, but I'm being given the word creation again. Okay. And they're giving me grapes and they're showing me a glass of wine. What's that to do with? And they're showing me bread and the word Jesus. It doesn't matter what religion you are. We welcome all religions or non-religion, but they're just trying to show me a message here. They're showing me a man who looks like Jesus breaking bread, and there's wine. I know he turned into wine, water into wine, wasn't it? But they're really reiterating these like biblical stories here in the message. So as I research after, that may make more sense. But Spirit, what are you trying to show me here? They show me a green serpent. I do have a beautiful animal spirit guide. Surprisingly, it surprised me that is big python, but this isn't mine. This is something different. They give me the word battle, that good shall prevail. And we do know that, you know, religion can cause a lot of issues, you know, wars, or they use it as an excuse when there's so much goodness in people. So it's just a select few that causes. How interesting. They're showing me lots of people in the space suits as well. They look like like an army. I know he's got that silly army he put together, Mr. Bad blonde hair thing. But this serpent is kind of coming in between here. So I will look up and see, the relevance of that, what they're showing me. But if you can give me anything else to finish it off on, because I don't like to leave it so open-ended there. Give me the word freedom and fight for your freedoms. Fight for the freedoms of humanity, for Earth and planet Earth. So again, that could be small scale things in your own life. You're fighting for your own freedoms and rights. Maybe in your own country, if you have different laws, maybe you're suppressed. Maybe females are suppressed in your country, or certain, same-sex relationships could be repressed. That they're showing me that as an example. But yeah, they're showing me us all rising up against any oppression there. That's really interesting with the story they're trying to show me. Okay. Wonderful. It's very cryptic in parts, the messages. I don't like to leave it too cryptic, but the whole overarching message is the light fighting back against the darkness. So let's take a message for you to see what we have here. Have faith in yourself. Love the universe. So twice you have faith. And I was talking about that feeling oppressed and feeling pressed down, but you're bursting up, using that light within you and the courage. We had courage being given more than once, and also courage on this card here about being courageous. Okay. Breaking free is definitely something here. Love the universe, and we have the beautiful kind of space being shown here many times in all of these cards. How beautiful is that? I'm going to leave it on that, and I'm looking forward to researching. I'm quite excited about researching that and seeing what comes out. Okay, well, I thank you all for joining me here today, and I hope you enjoyed your reading. And I feel this with so much love and so much light and so many blessings. And I will see you in the next reading. God bless.